Hey guys, what's up? Right here with another video today, and today I had a couple thoughts of some myths I've been hearing about. Well, I've heard about over the years of being involved in exercise and health, and I'm going to go over a couple of the ones I've encountered the most, or the ones I've heard the most. And hey guys, what's up? Right here with a video for today, and I know it's been a while since I uploaded a video. Just been pretty busy with work and just life in general. So anyway, onto today's topic. I want to talk about a little bit about some health and fitness myths I've encountered over the years I've been following and learning about health and fitness, and just talking to people in general about any questions they had, or people or things or ideas that they thought were true, but of course they're just myths, called myths for a reason. And I'm gonna go over a couple of the ones I've heard about the most. And one is the first one I want to talk about is can I spot reduce problem areas? Of course, the most I've ran into with women actually is their triceps. They kind of like do this a lot. They kind of like, how do I get rid of this? And of course, there's exercises for that muscle area, the triceps, with your tricep extensions, your overhead extensions also. But there really is no way to spot reduce area. Like, you can't just do a bunch of crunches and expect the six pack or whatever, because that comes with your proper dieting and exercise, right? So no, there is no way to just target one area and make that area lose fat or whatever, and everything else be just the same. It all comes off as a whole, you know. Okay, and the next one I on my list is muscle definition comes from lifting lightweight for many reps. Yeah, for this one, me myself, I was a victim of this conception of if I do a bunch of reps, like a really lightweight that I could do for about 20-25 reps, then I will get really lean and my muscles will show more, as opposed to doing about the usual 6 to 12 rep range. And this also, for me, when I was under this conception, I had, when I was going to Vegas, like 4 or 5 years ago, I thought that, all right, I need to do a bunch of reps, and I'll get lean and vascular, and my muscles will show. And of course, 4 weeks go by, and then it's time to go to Vegas, and I still don't look the way I want to look, or the way I envisioned I would look. And of course, that it's because you have a high. I still had a high percentage of body fat, and I didn't really know what I was eating. I was kind of just eating protein, but I didn't pay any attention to carbs and fats and the role that they play in deciding body composition. So, to become the shredded look that I was looking for, I didn't know I had to have a proper diet of lowering my carbs, or watching my carb intake and eating vegetables and having a high protein intake also. So for that, no, lifting lifting the lightweight for many reps does not really improve your muscle definition. Okay. And number 3, the more I sweat, the more fat I lose. For this one, people are under the impression that if I sweat a lot, that means I'm losing more weight, but that's not true also. Because when you sweat, that's just your body way of cooling down. It's your body's telling you that it's hot, and you don't want to confuse sweating for fat loss or anything. And of course, there's like those I've been to these before, the hot yogas, where they have you do yoga classes in a very hot room, and it's a good workout, but it's not. I wouldn't say you would burn the same amount of calories doing an hour of weights and such. So yes, you'll sweat more a lot because it's freaking hot in that room, But if you're really looking to lose fat and lose weight, then you're better off eating a well-balanced diet, of course, and a regular exercise program. Okay. All right. Here's another one. Cleansing products will enhance my results. Of course, when people go out to people go on trips, or they kind of indulge in drinking or desserts. But whatever you do when you go on vacations, you eat a lot of bad foods because you're on vacation, you're enjoying yourself, and there's drinks and desserts and such and such. And when they come back, I always hear people like, "Oh, I'm gonna go on a detox diet and cleanse myself, and all this, and just do like vegetable juices and such or whatever." But it's funny because your body actually has its own natural ways of detoxifying, and of course that also goes back to what I've said like 10 times already: eating a well-balanced diet. Don't look at it as when I get back home I'm going to go on a cleansing diet or detox. No, just go back to your regular eating habits of eating your 4 to 5 meals a day of protein, carbs, and vegetables, having a well-balanced diet, and getting back on track. Don't worry about, oh, I need to do all this detox and cleanse my body and soul. But it really just goes back to the basics of getting back on track. Don't worry about what happened on your vacation. That's a past. It was a vacation, so enjoy yourself. But when you get back, it's time to get back on the grind, you know. Okay. And the next one is the only way to lose weight is cutting out all carbs. This one is it's a broad generalization. There's like you can go about this in many ways. Of course, you can lose weight cutting out all carbs, like all completely, but I wouldn't advise it for anyone. It's only for like extreme methods. Like I wouldn't advise someone to do like no carbs for like a month straight. I mean, you lose an insane amount of weight, but I wouldn't advise it for long-term health. So, because your body needs carbohydrates to function and your brain to like pretty much live. So, don't cut completely. Eat your carbs, guys, but just know exactly how much you're eating. All right. And another one, this is one I encounter a lot with a lot of my friends that are girls, and this one says, weight training turns women into men. Of course, whenever I talk to my friends about working out, they kind of give the whole talk about, oh, I don't want to look like a man, or like, and then they show me like these female bodybuilders or whatever, and then of course you're not gonna look like that because women they're probably on some other stuff that I won't talk about, but simply that women don't produce enough testosterone to have their muscles look like men's. So if you're looking, because I'm pretty sure when girls are looking at on Instagram, they're looking at the models that they envision themselves looking like. I'm pretty sure those models are doing exercise of some sort. They're not just running all day. Of course, with women, like they're meant to have like wider hip bones and narrow shoulders typically, but that doesn't mean that an athletic woman is less feminine than like any other woman. And it's pretty much comes down to like society and what we see or what we're kind of told or whatever. And so don't let society inform your details of what a beautiful woman is. Kind of like, if you want to look like an athlete, then you gotta train like one, or at least exercise and lift weights, you know. And here's another one. I get to eat what I want because I take fat burners. For fat burners, I'm not gonna say they're a waste of money, but I used to take them when I would be dieting down. I'd be low on carbs and I needed the extra pickup. But it was for workout purposes, not because like I wouldn't like eat a bunch of burgers and pizza and fries and say, oh, it's okay because I took my fat burners. Like that doesn't make any sense. It's like saying it's like a magic pill. It's like saying all these like these burgers and fries and whatever we want to eat will be like wiped away from ever existing because it took these fat burner pills. I mean, yeah, they help in getting your heart rate up and giving you energy, but that's for workout purposes, not for just eating. Like you wouldn't. I think I've heard of some people eating all these whatever foods and then taking their fat burners and saying it's okay because it took these fat burners. Like, no, that's not how it works. If that was how it worked, then we'd all be eating pizzas and burgers and cake and ice cream and take these fat burner pills, and we'd all look the way we wanted to look. But that's just ridiculous how people are kind of under the conception that you can eat whatever you want and lose weight, and take these fat burners pills to justify it or whatever. And of course, another one I encountered a lot was doing a bajillion types of ab crunches or ab exercises to get a six-pack. I'm not saying don't do it. I mean, you'll build a great amount of abdominal muscles doing those all those ab workouts, but you can't expect to see your six-pack, because if you're doing all these ab workouts and if your eating is still trash, then the muscle is there because you've been building it, but of course you need to lower your body fat percentage in order to see it, because you can do all this work underneath it, but if you don't do the other stuff like you're eating, I know I'm kind of saying it all comes down to eating a lot, but it really does come down to eating. So you can do all those. If you want to see your abs, if you wish to see your abs, and then of course do the ab workouts that you've been wanting to do, and have a well-balanced diet and have your cardio, and then you'll see your abs. Okay? Alright. And I think those are the 8 common fitness myths that I've encountered the most since being a health and fitness enthusiast, and me being a trainer also. And I hope you guys took some of this information as useful, and hopefully I'll post more videos about this topic, or anything actually. So, alright, see you guys next time.